Good morning. Time for some practice, guys. 60 minutes. Come join us. Let's get this set up here.
Come flow with us.
Yeah.
All animals are allowed.
Yep. Bring your dogs, bring your cats. Bring your best buds.
That's right.
Let's do some training together, guys. All right. We're going to start here in just a couple minutes. Going to go live now. The other channels. It's a little chilly outside today. Feeling good. All right. All right. So good morning, everybody. Hope everybody had a good night's sleep. Getting started. Good morning, Instagram, Facebook. Man, I went through some rabbit holes yesterday night. I won't dive into too much now. Basically, just watching all the stuff that's going on. Started off with finding out about what Trump was up to with the whole child trafficking bust, and then going down some stuff. And the only thing I want to say to that right now is how important it is to keep ourselves grounded, keep our bodies strong, keep our mind clear, and to just connect back. Man, once you start watching, I don't do this very often. I spent a few hours yesterday diving into media, into the news, into all this stuff. And you can just feel it all in your body. So this morning, we're going to strip it all away. Let's let it all go. All right, so one more thing. I'm going to grab my timer, setting it up. So I hope you guys are ready. Going to be doing a 60-minute practice here. Taking our time, and just remember that when we're doing our training, our intention, we have a couple intentions. Our main intention is to go ahead and teach our bodies how to go ahead and let go, how to relax. But at the same time, we're also creating strength. We're also creating flexibility. We're creating all the physical aspects that make us strong, that make us physically strong. And at the same time, we are also training our mind. The most important thing an aspect of training our mind is just being present. Learning how to let go of the thoughts, let go of the judgments, let go of the constant thinking, the constant conversation, and let's just get into the moment. Let's take the attention that usually goes into these conversations and let's bring it into our bodies. Let's learn how to connect to our bodies, feel our bodies. Last night when I was doing my binge watching, stayed up till like 4 o'clock in the morning. At 3:30 a.m., I had a really, really big meal, 3 veggie sandwiches, half a loaf of bread. Woo! Let's say I'm feeling it right now. So it happens. Sometimes I talk about, sometimes I go to town, I just eat a lot. Well, last night was that. So today I'm going to go and burn it, get it all moving. All right, so it was some healthy foods, but too much healthy foods is still not a good thing. All right, so anyways, got my timer here. Let's do this. All right, let's get started. Let's go ahead and start doing some hops. We're going to shake it off every time we come down. We're going to exhale through our nose, letting the inhale happen naturally. Our goal right now is to go ahead and shake off the entire body, get the blood flowing, get the energy flowing, get the energy traveling up and down our spine. Every time when we come up, we want to raise our shoulders up and then just let the whole arm drop down. And so we're dropping the tension in our traps, in our neck, in our upper back. You can feel it in your chest, letting it all loose. Okay, let's move on to some lower body tapping.
It's my favorite part.
Yeah, right? I love tapping. Remember, you can use a closed fist or use a slap. I mean, really, you can make your hand into anything. You can chop. Whatever really feels good. Our hands are one of the best tools that we got. We can turn it into any shape we want. Whatever feels good for your body. But the goal here is to reach every part of your body and pay attention to how your body feels as you're tapping your body. Do you have pains? Is there certain tightnesses? Is certain areas more sensitive? Are you bruised anywhere? Pay attention to how it feels. Let's now go to our lower back. Nice, there you go. Letting go of any tension here. All right, now let's go to our stomach. Oh, this is perfect for digestion. I feel like I'm tapping on a full stomach this morning. I haven't even eaten anything this morning. Oh man, I feel like I just had a meal already. Let's go to our side. I wanted to share that, because we're not perfect. None of us are perfect in our eating and our habits. We do the best we can. Whoa. If I feel it right now. If I keep tapping on my stomach here, I can feel some gas is gonna come. Yeah, I can feel it. It wants to move. Let's go to our chests.
All those dips, my chest is sore this morning.
Oh yeah. After practice yesterday, let's go to the left chest. Matthew and I did a short workout. I think it was about 22 minutes. Well, it's probably about 20 minutes total because we talked for a couple minutes in the beginning. Non-stop, man, back and forth, buddy workout. I do a set, he does a set. Let's go to right chest. And man, we got a lot in 20 minutes. Definitely sore. And I think we're gonna do it again. Yeah, so we're gonna do it again after this practice. Left arm up, let's go down.
The exercises.
Yep, let's switch the exercises up. There you go, it's a good idea. So for you guys, I want to go ahead and join in afterwards. It'll be about 15-20 minutes. Nothing but body weight training. Let's go to the left side of the neck. Just train the muscles, probably maybe do some cardio today, hit a little more lower body. Let's go down the left back side of the left arm. So we're getting it all in. Now let's come up the inside of the left arm. Remember, there are tons and tons of pressure points throughout the entire body. The arm definitely being one of them. Let's do right arm up and let's go down the side. We are massaging the organs right now inside. So when you're doing your flow practice, do it on an empty stomach because we're wanting to massage inside everything. Let's go to the right side of the neck, especially getting into our intestines and stomach. But if you're like me and you just end up eating a whole bunch of food the night before, well, do the best you can, but just realize if you feel any type of pains while you're doing the practice, let's go up the inside of the right arm. If you feel any pains, any discomforts, because your food didn't digest yet, take it easy. Okay, listen to your body. Let's go up to our head. Let's tap the top of our head. Let's take a deep breath in through our nose. And exhale. Let's do one more. Deep inhale through the nose. And exhale. And remember to continue to breathe. And hold on, just keep continuing. I just realized one of the lives just went off here. Keep going, guys. All right, and I'm gonna try to get back onto Facebook here. Something just happened here. So sorry, guys. Give me just a minute. Not sure what happened here on Facebook. Okay, so I think we're back live on Facebook here. All right, sorry about that delay, guys. Okay. All right, so where were we? Tapping our head. So you guys probably been tapping your head for a while. I'm just gonna catch up really quick. Okay, so now let's go to side of the ears. We're massaging the ears, creating a little bit of pressure inside the ears, clearing it all out. Now let's move our hands to the front of our face. Let's tap our face. I remember when I first started tapping my face was so sensitive. I couldn't tap it really hard. It would just hurt. And now I can tap it much harder now. And it feels good. It's not like I'm forcing it. It actually feels good. Let's go to our jaw. Let's go to our mouth. Let's go back to the top of the full face. And work our way back up to the top of the head. Okay, nice. Let's do some up and down breathing. Our head goes up, inhale through the nose, head comes down, exhale through the mouth. We're gonna do this about 30 times. Let's begin. Take a deep breath in through your nose. Hold your breath. Rotate your neck around in a circle, helping to release tension. Now let's rotate the other direction. Remember to keep your neck loose, relaxed. Do not tense up your neck. Do not tense up your shoulders. Let it go. Turn your head to the left and right and continue to hold your breath if you can. If you have to exhale, go ahead and exhale. And now let's go ahead and exhale. All right. Let's rub our hands together. We're going to go and finish up our face massages, taking care of our senses. Let's start off with our nose cartilage. Let's go up and down the side of the nose. Breathing is one of the indications that we can keep our awareness on throughout the day. It's so important, so powerful. The more we're aware of our breath, the more we can connect to our body, the more we are present, the more we stay calm, especially when we breathe through our nose. And when it comes to breathing through our nose, one of the most important things is to ensure that our nostrils are open. It's like imagine if your car intake, air intake, or your exhaust is plugged up. Your car's gonna have a lot of issues. And our nose is exactly the same idea. Let's now go around the eyes in the direction of our eyebrows. We're massaging the muscles around the eyes. We're also bringing in a lot of blood and circulation around the skin of the eyes. This is so good for the skin. All the people that use eye creams, that use all these different types of things to try to get the skin to be more youthful, just by simply spending just about 10-20 seconds massaging the skin here will help the skin be more elastic, help the skin stay tighter, and create more blood flow and oxygen in this area. Putting your hands is put over to your ears, press down, and let's massage our ears. Oh, this is great. Now let's go the other direction. And really go in there. You can make big circles or small circles, whatever feels good. Whew. Nice. I love that one. Hands on top of the nose, press down, and let's go into a circular direction. Further massaging the nose. At first, we're going to the side. Now we're just going to go to the top. Again, the intention is to get our cartilage to stay loose and to make sure there's no blockages. Let's go the other direction. All right, nice. Woo. All right. Sorry, Max. Did I get any on you? Oh boy. He's like just chilling right there. Make sure the nose is open. Okay. Whew. You can always tell if you're starting to get sick, if you got blockages inside your body, simply test your nostrils. If your nostrils is blocked, the inside of your body is blocked. Instantly, you want to get it open, okay? Okay, so now let's go ahead and recharge our hands back up, rub them together. Make a knuckle, place it on top of your temple. This is a pressure point for the brain. Press down for 3, 2, 1, release. Press for 3, 2, 1, release. Keep on going, release. Hitting the pressure point is really good to help create good blood flow to our brain. And let's do this one last time. Hold for 3, 2, 1, release. Another good pressure point is right under your nose, above the lip, goes to your heart. Press down for 3, 2, 1, release. 3, 2, 1, release. 3, 2, 1, release. Let's do one last time. Hold and release. There are tons of pressure points throughout our entire body. We can spend a whole day just talking about them. You can dive all into it if you like. These two are really simple, and let's just do them every single day. So now we're going to go into eye circles. So hands on your hip. We're going to look up, and then we're going to look at the edge of the eyes all the way around in a complete circle. Take your time. I like to make this a game and see how well I can stay on the outer edge of my eyes without moving my neck, without moving my head, just simply my eyes. And you can tell how much control you have on your eyes. Is your eyes able to literally trace the edge, outer edge of your eyes? Let's go the other direction with ease. Or do you find your eyes jumping like they have a mind of its own? It's okay if it does. It just takes practice to get control of the eye muscles. All right. So now we're going to do the same thing with our tongue circles. Reach all the way into the front of the teeth, edge of the mouth, go all the way around, big circles. Right through again. and keep on going. Remember, doing this exercise here will strengthen your tongue. You want your tongue. Your tongue's a really important muscle. And if you strengthen your tongue, imagine the possibilities. I mean, you'll be able to eat better and do other things better that you would like to do with your tongue. Matthew's laughing back there. Before your mind goes into other places, let's go the other direction. You know something that you really enjoy using your tongue on, and you do it every day? You talk. You thought I was gonna say something else, right? Like lick ice cream or something. All right. Your tongue should be nice and sore and pumped. All right. So now let's go and put our hands together. Let's loosen up our wrists. And now we're going to go into some drop down arms. Drop those arms, drop the body. There we go. Exhale through your nose. Woo. And I got stuff stuck in my nose. And the sun's going to come up and roast this deck, which is why I'm blowing on the deck. Usually I wouldn't be blowing on a place that we'll be walking. This sun would roast everything out here. Let's go into some heart openers. Oh yeah, this is really good for me today because I'm feeling my chest big time. If you train your muscles get tighter. This is just a natural thing. So there's a lot of ways to stretch your body. The thing I like about this is a dynamic type of stretch. Not only are you stretching, but you're also keeping your movement nice and loose. But at the same time, our intention, we are practicing every day, learning how to keep our bodies loose, how to remove tension when we move, and how to remove tension just overall. Connect to your body. Feel the way your body feels. See if there's areas that are very tight, that your movement is being restricted on. Let's go into a twist. See which areas you're not able to move with fluidity. Remember, when you're doing the twist, exhale on every side through your nose. Let your arms tap around your body. You can do it as hard as you like, or you can do it as soft as you like. There's no right or wrong way to do it. The days that feels good to go hard, you go hard. And vice versa. The days that you want to take it easy, you take it easy. But your goal, let's face forward. Let's go into a low twist, keeping arms low. Continue to face forward, limiting the range of motion. Focusing now on torquing the hips and the shoulders. Keeping our arms super loose. Focusing on two things. Letting go of all the tension in the arms, shoulders, upper back, chest, and neck. And at the same time, feeling the body. Remember, how does your body feel right now as you're tapping your lower abdominal, as you're tapping your hips, as you're tapping your lower back and tailbone? How does it feel? Do you feel any type of pains? Does it feel really strong? Does it feel tight? Does it feel loose? Is it sensitive? How does it feel? Let's go into a mid-twist. Arms go a little higher, tapping the chest, tapping the shoulders and the arms, while the back of the arms is tapping the kidney and the middle back and lower back. This is a great way to bring awareness to your body, while at the same time teaching our body how to let go. There's a lot of ways to bring awareness. You can sit in meditation, close your eyes, and literally use your attention to scan your body. But another way is physically just to go ahead and tap on your body. And so we're doing a couple things together here. Not only are we loosening up the body, creating mobility, but we're also tapping the body and seeing how it feels. Woo, there it goes. Sorry, buddy. I just ripped one here, and Matthew's in back of me, and all right, he's yeah, he's still here. He's just out of the picture, out of the danger zone. Let's go into a top high twist. Arms are tapping our collarbone, our shoulders, traps, and neck area. So right now, my body feels a little sore, and so there is more tenderness than there was yesterday. That's how my body feels. But as we start to become more aware of our body, we don't just feel the outside body, the bone or the muscles. We also can connect to the energy on the inside. Let's go into some side-to-side hips. As you connect to the inside of the body, you start to also feel the feelings on the inside. You get to also connect to the emotions on the inside. So it's not just how does my muscles feel, just how does my bone feel, my skin feel. There's also how does my emotion feel right now. When we start to connect to all of this, we start to be able to access the parts of our body, the parts of us that allows us to make decisions, allows us to assess situations, allows us to open up our intuition, our creativity, allows us to connect to our spirit, connect to our soul. Let's move our hands towards the front of the body. And also when you're doing this, remember to breathe. You can breathe every other side or every side, exhaling through your nose. Most of the movements in part one is all about breathing. So we're breathing throughout, but you're breathing specifically with the rhythm of your movement. A lot of times I'm talking here throughout the practice, so my breathing is not really on point, so it's not a good example for you guys. And usually when I'm doing it by myself, if you get down your breathing, just by that, you'll get into a really, really high clarity state because you're driving so much oxygen into your body. Let's now go into some hip circles. Pretend like you're drawing a circle on the ground with your hips. And then do the same thing with your knees. Do the same thing with your ankles, with your feet, until you feel that everything from the waist down is moving in a circular direction. And now let's go the other direction. See how smooth you can make it. See how big your circle can be. At the same time, make sure to connect to the joints. See how good your joints feel. Remember, you don't need to constantly push your body to the limit. Do what feels comfortable, and if you feel strong and you want to challenge your body, challenge it. But you don't need to challenge your body and push it to the limit. This is something that we need to let go in our philosophy in training our body. When we try to train our body to the limit, all the time, we're always getting too close to being injured, too close to overworking. All right, let's do some kidney bounce. Back of the wrist on top of the kidney. Let's go ahead and bounce. Exhale every time you come down through your nose. And when you do this, a lot of times your hand may slide down. And if it slides down, it's okay. Let it slide. Then bring your arms back up. Bring your hand back up to as high as you can reach, and you work your way back down. As it slides, you're just now massaging your lower back. So now let's go into intestine massage. Hands go into our waist. Press as much as you can here. Continue to bounce, continue to exhale through your nose. You can do a lot of different things. Everybody's got different waist. And so you can press in through the side. You can press your fingers into the front. You can even use your fingers and just press into your stomach. The bouncing movement allows you to create a momentum, allowing the stomach to move, because our whole goal here is to move in this area. And as we're dropping our body down and we are stimulating the midsection, our goal is to get whatever is here to go downwards, to have it exit out of our body. Okay? So, depending on what feels good for you, get all the way in. And remember, when you're doing this, the goal is to experience, how do you know the health of your gut? One way to find out is when you press all the way in, you should feel no pain. Right now, when I press in, I don't have pain. A little, actually, when I went deep enough, yep, there's a little bit. That means there's a lot of food, and I can feel it. It's so full there. Let's go into some arm circles. Every time you drop down your arms, exhale through your nose. So my plan today is I'm going to skip breakfast. I'm not going to eat until probably at least about another 3 to 4 hours. This gives me a chance to allow my body to burn it all off. And who knows, I might even wait even longer. Let's go other direction. The easiest one of the ways when it comes to eating to staying healthy is to feed our bodies when we need food. But if I got food in my stomach, then I don't need any extra food. What I need to do, which I'm going to do, is leave the stomach, don't feed it anymore, and give the body an opportunity to burn it off. And once it burns it off and it starts back and empty, then I can go ahead and feed it some food. So movement, exercise, being active helps the body burn off everything inside. All right, let's get ready for some power-ups. Hands up in the air. Make the sound whoo with a lot of power and force coming from your dantian and your lower abdominal. up, guys? We are done with part 1. Let's move into part 2. Let's work on our strength. Let's do some push-ups. So when we're doing part 2, the thing to focus on, first of all, is max 70% effort. It's better to do 70% every day than do 100% once in a while, okay? That's the motto when we're doing flow training. We're giving ourselves permission to go and take it easy, challenge yourself to what feels comfortable. And this pours into another principle, which is, let's go into some prone cobras. Another principle is not judging, competing, or comparing. As you're doing the workouts, you may hear your mind start to think, start to judge your performance, how well you're doing it, how should you be doing it, and how you're comparing it with yourself from before, maybe with me, maybe with somebody else. Let it all go. When we learn how to stop the judgment and the conversation in our mind, we also stop one of the root causes of problems. Okay, let's go and do some burpees. Bring your attention to the present moment right now. Practice breathing through your nose. I know it's challenging to breathe through your nose while you're doing intense training, but do the best you can. Doing so would really help with staying present. Bring your attention into your body. Stay calm. Stay relaxed. Let's go into a pike. And tense only what is needed to do each movement, each exercise. Practice loosening up the rest of your body. Tense only what is needed. When we learn how to let go, when our body is in a stressful situation, like right now, we're stressing our body. That's what working out is. When we learn how to relax and let go in a stressful situation, we're able to do it in real life as well. Let's do some squats. So remember, in real life, when you get triggered, you're usually involved in doing something, things are happening, and your goal there is to let it go. And if you don't practice on it, your body literally doesn't know how to do it. But when you take advantage of that, every morning when you train, you're creating this stress in your body right now. Your heart rate's high. And at the same time, you're letting go in the body. Tensing only what is needed. Let's go and do some lunges. You see, my arms are as loose as they need to be. I don't need my arms to be tight during this. And my legs, they're just loose enough so I'm still doing this move. A lot of people think, well, you have to stay tight and rigid for proper form. No, you don't. You know what proper form is? Proper form is a position that, number one, allows you to get into without injuring your body. But it also, the idea of proper form, let's lay down and do some leg raises. The general idea is to keep your spine nice and tall. A lot of people, they end up having too much tension in their spine. If their spine is actually tall and straight, but they have a lot of tension in it, that means their spine is too compressed. The muscles in their spine doesn't allow good blood flow, doesn't allow good energy flow. The meridians are blocked, which means your chakras, your energy centers could be blocked. Then you'll run into all kinds of physical and mental challenges from it. Up under your feet, let's run in place. There it goes. So while proper form is nice to have, focus on the proper form, keeping your spine tall, but you don't need to make it tight. Just have your spine be as tall as possible, but at the same time, you want it to be loose. You don't want it to be tall and rigid. You want it to be tall, but at the same time, able to move. Okay? So when I'm running here, for example, see, I can get my legs to come up higher, but it doesn't mean I go into a super rigid position. Let's go and do some kicks. And so when you're training, if you tense up a lot of the muscles, another way to look at it is someone can say, well, then if you're training, you tense up your muscles, you're working those muscles. Won't I not work as much of the body if I don't tense up those muscles? If I keep it loose? Well, yes, there's a way around that. Because let's say if you just keep everything loose, tense only what is needed, then you are, quote, limiting the muscles that you're working. So how do you get around that? How do you still get good training in? Well, you can now progress your movements. You can now make your movements more advanced, more challenging. Therefore, when your movements become more progressive, more advanced, more challenging, you'll end up activating more muscles. So for example, let's say I do this. You see, really loose, really easy. But now I want to make it more challenging because I'm not activating a lot of muscles. So what do? But I'm still staying really calm and loose. So now I do this. And again, very loose. But now I'm focusing on staying as loose as possible, while at the same time, my movement is now more progressive. So now I can do the same thing. You see? Let's do some jumps. So you're applying the same principle of staying calm and relaxed, tensing only what is needed. But as your movement progresses, naturally, you may need to tense up more parts of your body, and you do it. But you do it because your movement progressed, not because you're trying to tense up the body for the sake of tensing it up. Does that make sense? So let's say I'm doing this. I'm just coming off the ground. I can keep a lot of my body pretty loose. But if I'm gonna get my legs up, let's go into a plank. If I'm gonna go into high jumps, even though my intention is to stay as loose as possible, tense only what is needed to do the move, it still requires so much tension in the body, so much more muscle activation. So therefore, I'm still training more muscles because my move has progressed. So you see, we're still using the intention of using the least amount of effort, tensing the least amount of muscles possible to do the movement. So I hope that makes sense. All right. I will dive into a subject like that much more another time when I'm not in the middle of training. All right, so now we're gonna go into part 3. Time to go ahead and slow down the heart rate. Go ahead and close your eyes. Go into a forward fold. Reach for your toes, feet, ankles, knees, wherever you can reach. Let's go into a forward fold. And do your best to keep your spine straight. But honestly, guys, it doesn't really matter that much. Something else when it comes to good form and stretching, your form will naturally get better as you become more flexible, as you become stronger. And so somebody can tell you and preach about trying to get good form, but we all know, we've all experienced it. If you're not flexible, you're not going to be able to get your form to be really good because it takes flexibility to get your form to be good. And a lot of times, somebody can only go so far. Hey, Max. So as you start to progress in your flexibility, the more you progress, the more you alter your form to be better. When you're not flexible, when you can't touch your toes, when your body can't bend, it doesn't matter how you're bending. Just try to bend, you see. If you can't bend, don't worry about the form of bending. You're just trying to bend. You're just trying to take that first step. It's like somebody who can't run and you're trying to tell somebody how to run proper because you're a running coach. No, just get them to run. But then when they start to be able to run, right? When somebody's able to start to become more flexible, then you start to dive in more into form. Legs out. Let's go down the middle. And so we're focusing on our breath. Bring awareness to the breath. Make sure you're breathing in and out through your nose only. So close your mouth. Follow the air coming in and out of your nostrils. Bring the intention to your body. Feel the tension. Feel the tension in the areas when you're stretching.
Going to do a right leg stretch. And remember, when you feel the tension there, do not tense up and force your body to go down. Instead, relax. Relax. Breathe. Focusing on the exhale. And every time when you exhale, try to relax just a little bit deeper. You'll feel the pain, you'll feel the tension, you'll feel the tightness. Try not to react. Try not to react with your breathing. Try not to react with your facial expressions. Try not to react anywhere in the body. Simply observe the pain. Observe the tightness. Let's go to the other side, left leg stretch. Learn how to create space between that tightness, that pain that you feel in the body, and the awareness, your awareness. Create space between you observing the pain. And what that means is the more space that you have, the more you're able to observe it, the less reactive your body is of the pain, of the discomfort. And the more better we get at this, the more we start to control and master our senses. The more we not let pain, not let discomfort control our decisions and control our reactions, control what we do. So it's not about avoiding the pain. Let's go into a side bend to the right. Right hand reaches over to the left inner thigh. Left hand reaches over towards the right leg or foot. Point your left armpit towards the sky for a deeper stretch. So you see, we don't ever try to avoid pain. We don't ever try to not feel it. When we try to not feel it, we're trying to block it. The point is not to block it. Pain is part of life. If we did not feel pain, then our body is not alive. Our ability to feel pain lets us know when we're in danger, lets us know when our body is going to get hurt, lets us know when we need to recover, and so forth. So the point is not to not feel pain. The point is to be able to not let pain become a reaction, to not have suffering. Let's go to the other side. Side bend to the left. Suffering doesn't come from pain. Suffering comes when we are constantly holding on to the pain. And holding on to the pain is not just in the physical body. Sometimes we can't do anything about it. Like when I was sick a week and a half ago, I couldn't let go of the pain in my body. I had to give it time. But what creates suffering is actually in our mind. The ideas and the stories and the mental positions and the judgment, that is what creates suffering. We can let go of that so we don't have to suffer, even if sometimes we are in discomfort. And when we start to be able to create space between the physical discomforts in our body and our awareness, we start to let go. We start to surrender to the pain. Let's do pigeon, right leg bent, left leg straight. You see, when we start to surrender to the pain, what that basically means is the pain will happen. We do the best we can to stay healthy, to not create pain, but sometimes it's going to happen. And when it does happen, we don't let it run our life. And the way we do it is by bringing our consciousness to the pain, by observing it, by becoming aware of it, while at the same time relaxing and letting go. And that's what it means when we talk about surrender. And when we let go, we're aware that it's there, but the pain is not creating any type of reaction. Not a reaction in our thoughts, not a reaction in our emotions, not a reaction in what we do. Let's go the other side. Left leg straight, left leg bent, right leg straight. Hey, I got a dog here behind me. Hey, pup. Who is that? Hey. All right. A lot of times when people feel physical discomfort, physical pain, they react. They react in their mind. They have habitual habits. Sometimes somebody feels pain in their body. It makes them angry. They suddenly have a temper. They suddenly want to snap at somebody. Not because it's the person's fault that they're snapping at, but simply because their body is uncomfortable. And a lot of people have, a lot of us, we have unconscious habits and unconscious thoughts attached to the way we feel. Let's now lay down onto our back. Let's go into a spinal twist. Let's take the right knee, bring it to the left side of the ground. Make sure your knee touches the ground. Then turn your body to the right. So when we have these unconscious attachments between the way our body feels and the habits that we have, the thoughts that we have, the way to go ahead and stop it is to first become conscious of what's happening. When we learn how to go ahead and observe the pain in our body, when we start to become okay with that discomforting feeling, and remember, that can be pain when you're exercising, pain when you're stretching. Switch sides, left leg goes to the floor, knee touches the ground before turning your body to the left. The pain can come from being hungry. You guys ever heard of that term, hangry? It's a new term for me. And it's basically when someone is hungry and they become angry that they're hungry. Such a strange thing, right? But yet it's a real thing. When people become hungry, they become agitated. So what that is the sensation of hunger triggers an emotional response of agitation. And then that emotion then triggers a thought of less patience, a thought of judgment, a thought of blame. And so you got this reaction. Let's go into a double knee to chest. Take both knees, bring it to your chest. Wrap your arms around your legs, holding at your elbows, wrists, or knees. Point your chin towards your knees, keeping the back of your head and neck flat on the ground. Tight little ball. Try to get rid of all gaps and breathe. So this idea of the hangry, which then triggers agitation, which then triggers thoughts of negativity and thoughts of blame and so forth, short-temperedness. All this derived from this pain that they feel in their stomach, this discomfort feeling from being hungry. But when we learn to go ahead and watch that discomforting feeling, let's lay in Shavasana, relaxing the arms and legs. When we learn just to observe it, we may still experience that feeling. Because when you're hungry, everybody knows how that hunger feeling feels like, right? It's that emptiness inside your body. But when you learn to feel it and to be okay with it, we stop letting these feelings in our body control our emotions and control our thoughts. They simply become just a physical sensation. And when this happens, we start to be able to take back control over our body. We start to unlock our subconscious mind. You see, our subconscious mind is heavily dictated by the way we feel and by our emotions. Let's go into a plow. Last move. Take your legs, bring it above your head. Try to reach for the ground with your feet. And if you can't, try to reach for your forehead with your knees. Use your hands to support your back if needed. And once your feet can touch the ground, feet together, point your toes towards your head, and lock out the knees. That's the last thing. This stretch is really good for releasing tension, overcoming sciatic nerve issues. You see, there is nerves that run from your ankles all the way down, throughout your glutes, all the way to your spine, connecting to your brain. When we can keep this whole pathway as elastic and loose, as flexible as possible, we open up the energy highway, we open up the nervous system. This is also called your CNS, your central nervous system. Runs all the way down, particularly here in the spine. So doing this plow move is a really good stretch for that. Let's slowly lower our legs back down. Come down to the ground. All right, so good job, guys. We are now done with part 3. We're entering into part 4. Keep your eyes closed if they were open. We're now going to do some breathing and some meditation. So we're going to do 3 minutes of breathing in and out through the mouth. We're going to focus on the inhale, letting the exhale happen naturally. First minute is going to be slow, second minute faster, third minute even faster. And when you're breathing, try to breathe into your stomach if you can. When you're breathing in, your stomach should expand out. And then when you exhale, your stomach should decrease and get flatter. Okay? Afterwards, we're going to do an exhale hold and an inhale hold. Exhale hold is where we exhale all of the air and we hold our breath for as long as we can. And inhale hold is where we take one big deep breath in and then we hold our breath for as long as we can. All right. Let's begin. I'm going to try to breathe a little loud for you guys to hear, and I'll also be calling out the breath of in, out, so this way you guys can hear a little better. Okay, let's begin. In, out, in, out, in, out, in, out. In, out, in, out, in, out, in, out. In, out, in, out, in, out. Now let's go a little faster. In, out, in, out, in, out, in, out. Keep on going. Same rhythm. Remember, I'm breathing just a little extra loud for you guys to hear because I'm a little far away from the microphone. In, out, in, out, in, out, in, out. Stay as calm and relaxed as possible. Deep breaths. Bring in that oxygen. Focusing on the inhale, letting the exhale happen naturally. In, out, in, out, in, out, in, out. Keep on going. Almost there. In, out, in, out, in, out, in, out. Keep going. Last minute, let's go faster. In, out, in, out, in, out, in, out, in, out, in, out. In, out, 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 in, out. Keep on going, keep on going. You should be feeling some tingling throughout the body. That's perfectly normal if you do. Keep going. In, out, in, out, in, out, in, out. Last 10 seconds. In, out, in, out, in, out, in, out. Give it all you got. Last few more breaths. In, out, in, out, in, out, in, out, in, out. All right, take one big deep breath in. Fully exhale everything. Exhale all the air. Now hold your breath without any air inside of your body. Exhale everything. Let go in your body. Start to relax your body. Stay calm, relax. Feel your body sinking into the ground with every moment that passes by. Any thoughts that come, just watch them drift on by. Don't become attached. Just let them go. You may feel or hear different things going on. Let them go. Connect to your body. The more you relax, the longer you can go without breathing. Whenever you need to breathe in, count to 10 before breathing in, taking in that breath. Remember that your body can always go longer without oxygen than what your mind will think. And when you have to take in that breath, slowly breathe in through your mouth, one big deep inhale. Fill your entire body up with oxygen, and then hold your breath for as long as you can, the same exact manner. Relax, calm, again, letting your body sink into the ground, and letting any thoughts that may come in just to drift off. Feel the sensation of that suffocation feeling that is arising every moment that you are not breathing. Remember when we talk about being okay to not react to pain. One of the intentions, one of the practices that we're doing right now with the breath retention is exactly that. Letting that painful feeling of not having air inside your body or not circulating air by not breathing, that painful feeling that arises for every one of us when we do a breath retention. Try to dance with that feeling. Try to get as close as you can and let that feeling rise in intensity as much as you can. As that pain rises, If you focus on letting go, if you focus on staying calm and relaxed, you will find your ability to be able to observe that pain more, to be able to deal with that pain much longer. The more you're practicing that, to be able to get closer, to be able to hold it longer, to be able to have that pain be present and still hold your breath. The better you get at that, the less reactive you become. The less reactive you become of the pain and discomforts that you may feel in your body from everyday life. The less reactive you become of fear, stress, worrisome, and any other negative emotion and feeling in the body. All simply because we are building resiliency. We are stopping the reaction to this discomforting feelings that we feel in the body. And one of the ways to practice that is by getting as close as we can and sitting with that feeling of suffocation as we're doing our breath retention. When you're done with your breath retention, keeping your eyes closed, slowly make your way into a seated position. And so now we're going to go and do 50 deep inhales, followed by an exhale, an inhale hold actually. 50 deep inhales is going to be in through your nose, out through your mouth, focusing on the inhale, letting the exhale happen naturally. At the end, we will do an inhale hold where we take one big deep breath in through our nose and then hold our breath for as long as we can. All right, let's begin. Take a deep breath in through your nose. Hold your breath for as long as you can without breathing out, keeping all the oxygen inside your body. Hold your breath, spine tall. Let the top of your head float to the sky as if the sky is a giant magnet and the top of your head is magnetized towards that big old magnet. Your spine becoming taller as it slowly, continuously is floating towards the sky. Naturally, without force, just naturally, gradually going towards the sky. Stay calm, relax. Let go of any sounds you may hear, including any voice
inside your body, inside your mind. Sensations that you feel in your physical body, just watch them. Don't judge them. Let them go. Just observe them. Stay as present as possible. Calm, relax. Perfect time to practice your total one-point focus. Finding a point in front of you while your eyes is closed and simply looking at that point. And when you're done with your breath retention, keeping your eyes closed, we're going to go into a short meditation. If you're still holding your breath, continue to hold until you're done. Take your time. So now we're going to bring our attention into our body. Just become aware of that feeling of calmness and relaxation. And remember that being calm, being relaxed is our natural state of being. Just like all animals, they're calm and relaxed throughout the day. Only being tense when they're being chased. Only tense when they're in danger, when they're in stress. Besides that, they return back to a state of calmness, a state of relaxation. We humans are exactly the same way. And so every time when we do this practice, we become more familiar with our natural state of being, of calmness and relaxation. And the more familiar we become of this state of being, the easier it is to come back into this state. Anytime when we feel discomfort, when we feel stress. And when our body is calm, relaxed, it is at peace. And when our body is calm, relaxed, and at peace, our mind becomes calm, relaxed, and at peace. So this is how we let go of thoughts, how we let go of mind chatter, when we let go of the compulsive thinking, and how we can bring our awareness into the present moment, and how we can learn to live continuously in the present moment through being calm, relaxed, peace in our body. We'll just now sit here for another minute or so. Keep our awareness on that feeling of calmness and relaxation and peace. While you continuously breathe in and out through your nose. Also keeping partial awareness in the breathing, in the oxygen that's entering in and out of your body. Remembering that giant magnet in the sky that's allowing our top of our head to naturally float towards the sky, keeping our spine nice and tall. Notice any type of tension that you feel in the body. Areas of tension, no matter where it is at. When you feel it, bring your awareness to that tension. And as you're exhaling, relax that area. Let go of that tension with every exhale that you're doing. One small place at a time in your body. And just like earlier, tensing only what is needed for this movement. And the only area is the spine, to try to keep it nice and tall, keeping everything else relaxed. Relaxing your face, letting go of tension in your forehead, eyebrows, mouth, cheeks, and jaw. Scanning your body and letting go of the tension that could be in your neck, traps, any tension in your upper back, your chest, your stomach. Your stomach should be relaxed, loose. Is there tension in your thighs, feet, maybe in the fingertips? Now at this moment, if you like to continue to meditate, feel free to do so. It's the perfect time to go deeper into meditation as your body is calm and relaxed. And if you are ready, you can slowly open your eyes. And at this moment of practice, usually what I like to do is just sit where I'm at and just observe. Just observe what's around me. There's a sense of clarity. A lot of our thoughts are gone. The colors seem to be more vibrant. Our vision seems to be more clear, more crisp. There's a sense of lightness. And I sit and I just take a moment to just observe it, to become familiar with it. Before the thoughts come back, before the long to-do list of what needs to be done throughout the day, before all of those conversations start, just taking a moment to be familiar with the clarity of how it feels to be present without any thoughts in the mind. Just like becoming familiar with being calm and relaxed, becoming familiar with that mental clarity, becoming familiar with how it feels like and how the experience it's like to be present. The more familiar we are of these states of presence, of clarity, the states of calmness and relaxation, the more familiar we are of it, the more we can tell when we lose it, when we are not in it. And that's important to be able to tell. Because the moment when you notice that you're not calm and relaxed, the moment when you notice that your clarity is gone, Now you have the opportunity to bring it back. Now you have the opportunity to look at your life, to look at what just happened, to look at what food you just ate, what situation just happened that took away that clarity, that took away that calmness. That's how we start to design our environment, design our life, and to decide which people and which things in our life we should keep in our life because it brings us value, it brings us joy, and which things we can remove because it's not creating anything good for us. And so our ability to do that starts off with realizing when our state of being changes. When we change from being calm and relaxed to becoming stressed and agitated. When our mental state changes from being clear, from being focused and present, to becoming foggy, becoming bombarded with thoughts, bombarded with indecisiveness. So this is why we take that moment at the end of practice just to observe. So thanks again, guys, for joining me in today's practice. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you, Matthew, for joining me.
Love you guys.
I love you guys too. I love you, brother.
Bye.
You guys have a wonderful day. That is all for today. Stay healthy, stay strong. See you guys.